Filming 10 to 20 videos in one day may sound absolutely insane. And if you don't show up prepared, you'll definitely have a headache by the end of the day. Let's talk about how to make your filming day as easy and enjoyable as possible so that you can create an entire month's worth of content in one day. Before we get started, if you haven't seen the video in this series about prepping your content first, make sure to check that out here. So why do we suggest that you film in bulk? There are plenty of reasons, but the main reason being that you just don't want to be focused on this every single day. Every piece of advice that I'm giving you in this video is coming from a place of, I've been there, I've done that, I've tried it, and it didn't really work that well. Was I able to do it? Absolutely. But is this just a much more pleasant way of doing things? Absolutely. We manage multiple YouTube channels and help entrepreneurs grow their organic reach with, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. But we also do this for ourselves. And so I completely understand the idea of, okay, well, I need to focus on my business over here, but I don't want my marketing to fall behind. And because it's something that I already know how to do, I don't want to pay somebody for it. But of course, when you're a business owner, you have to put yourself in the position where you're needed the most, right? Like you can't be focused on the little things because time is money and money is time. And so you need to make sure that the things that you're doing are the most valuable for your company. But if you're a small business, you might not have the means yet to be able to hire somebody to manage all of this for you. So if it's something that you're planning on taking on yourself, because it is a very valuable part of your company, then you're definitely going to want to make it as simple and easy as possible for you using these systems. One of the things that you want to make sure you do if you're planning on doing bulk filming in one day is that you schedule that day. It's super easy, especially for, your own marketing to go, oh, I got these other things that came up. They're more important. I'll push that to next Tuesday. Oh, next Tuesday comes along. Well, there's these other things I have to take care of. I'll push it to the next week and the next week and the next week. And then all of a sudden it's been 6 months and you haven't shot anything yet. So make sure that you put that day in your calendar, you mark it as important, and you make it happen. Again, I've been there. I've been in that place where I'm like, oh, tomorrow's too busy. I really need to get these other things done. I'll just, put my filming day off and I'll think about it the next day. Or, oh, I haven't done my prep yet because I didn't set that time aside to make sure that it happened. And although I am guilty of doing the exact same thing, I started taking my own advice and now I make sure that I schedule it. And if I schedule it, then it happens. I don't put it off for any reason. This is the most important thing that I can be doing for my business today. The next part is setting up all of your equipment and everything the night before. If you're filming in your home like I do, I'm at my house, I set all of this up last night before I went to bed. So when I got up this morning, all I had to do was eat breakfast, get dressed, do my hair, and then I was ready to film. I didn't have to carry stuff downstairs and get the lighting set up and move furniture out of the way. I was able to just focus on getting a good night's sleep, eating a good breakfast, getting ready, and then going for it. Right now, it's 7:30 in the morning. And by having everything ready and set up the night before, I was able to get going right away, which means I'll be able to get through this a lot faster. And there's less of a chance that I'm gonna run out of steam before I'm finished filming all of my videos. This guy seems to think that this couch is a giant dog bed, so he's gonna focus on getting comfy back there. The next thing you want to focus on is getting a good night's sleep. This is mentally taxing. There's a lot you have to think about. Now, hopefully you've pre-prepped everything, so you're not going to be writing your outlines and your scripts as you're going. You're going to have something that you can easily reference that is going to help keep your mind straight on where you're going and what you're trying to say. But that doesn't mean that there's not a lot for you to think about. These days can be long, they can be taxing. So just make sure that you're not up till 2 a.m. writing your scripts or setting up. Set up earlier in the evening so that you can go to bed early and get a good night's sleep. The biggest key to success in filming 10 to 20 videos in a day is having somebody there with you. Ideally, you can have a producer. We talked about, maybe if you're a small business, you're not able to go and hire an entire production company to do all of this for you. But if you can at least have somebody there as a second ear that's listening to what you're saying and is going, does this message even make sense? At least try to have that at minimum. It's super, super helpful to have somebody else focusing on everything that's going on in front of you behind the camera. You don't want to be thinking really hard about, does the audio sound good? Do I look good? Does my hair look good? Is my lighting right? And then you get into the edit and you're like, oh crap, there was this weird thing behind me and I couldn't see it because I was just focused on what I was trying to say. As much as possible, you want to be able to just show up and be the talent. You want to just think about, what is the message that I'm trying to get across, right? Content is king. The message and what you're saying is the most important part of the video. Yes, you want it to look good behind you. Yes, it's important to have quality in everything that you do. Those things are all important. I'm not saying that like, oh, it doesn't matter, just make it look like crap as long as you have a good message. But ultimately, what you're offering, the value that you're offering and what you're saying is the most important part of the video. One of the ways I like to stay really organized is tracking things from the start to the end in a Google Sheet, and I want to show you that right now. So once I start filming, if you look at this sheet, I already have everything filled out for the day. I've already planned out what my title is going to be because I've done keyword research, which we have other videos on that go into more detail on exactly how you can do that. I've already figured out what playlist it's going to go under. I've assigned it a number. The number is really important in helping to keep track of things throughout the process. And then I've already decided what my call to action is going to be because, of course, you want to begin with the end in mind. You want to know exactly where you're leading people. I know who was on camera because we have multiple people on our channel. And then I also know what the thumbnail title is going to be. That way, as I'm planning my picture, at the end of my shoot, I can look at this and go, oh, I want to do this pose, or I want to do it like this because this is the mood that I'm trying to convey. I want to add in this prop or anything like that. Any information that I can already know before I ever start filming is going to be really helpful in the process. Sometimes before I shoot the video and sometimes after, because obviously I have a really good idea of what I'm going to say, but it's not totally scripted out. And, I might kind of get inspiration as I'm filming and kind of change things up a little bit, change the tone of what I'm trying to convey. Then I will write in my description. So that's right here. I have the description for my video ready to go for YouTube. So when I'm in that posting process, it's basically just copy and paste. I'm not adding more time than rewatching through the video for the 5th time because I've already watched it multiple times through the edit and to check it off and make sure it can go up. This is the time where I'm going to write my description so that it makes my life easier in the future. I'm always trying to think about future Alysha and how I can make her life easier. As I'm going through my filming day, once I've done this video, what I'll often do is I'll highlight it and change the color so I know that I've done this video. It's really kind of satisfying as you get through the day and the whole sheet starts to turn gray, knowing that, oh, I'm on my last couple videos. I'm almost finished with the day. So I'll go through, film my video, add my description, and then I'll highlight it in gray and I'll know that I can go on to the next video. This is the sheet that I use in pre-production as I'm planning out what titles I'm going to write my outlines on. This is also the sheet that I'm going to use on filming day to check off and make sure that I do all of the videos. And this is also the sheet that I'm going to use as I'm doing the edit. If I have any notes that I need to take down, maybe I pointed to a video, I can write in here. You can see here at 6:37, I pointed to video 19. That way, again, it's really easy to know in the posting process, everything I need to know, and it's automated and I don't really have to think about it. Filming 10 to 20 videos in a day might sound daunting, but I promise you, if you create the right systems, you stay organized, it doesn't have to be hard. It can actually be a lot of fun and super simple, and you'll be really grateful when it's something that you don't have to think about every single day. In the next video in this series, I am going to show you how I then take the footage, I organize it on my computer, and then set up my Premiere project. So again, I can make the edit go smoothly and fast and still keep it as quality as possible. So make sure you subscribe for more. We are your video allies. You've got this. We've got your back, and we can't wait to see what kind of content you create.